Alright, what's going on, boys? We got a market recap today for Friday, May 8th. Gonna keep this one short and simple. I personally did not take any trades this morning. So we'll go over what I saw in the market, potential trades that could have played out, and why I didn't take anything, but gonna make this one short and quick. So as always, coming into the bias, or coming into the morning, the bias posted in the Discord took all-time highs on both ES and NQ pre-market. So we had already come up and wicked the all-time highs. So because of that, in order to take longs, I would have wanted to see movement and displacement into price discovery, which we eventually got. And because we'd already come up and rejected all-time highs pre-market, I didn't want to long to that point of rejection, which is the new all-time high that is put in. So that's why I didn't take longs to this original high. You can see the market opens right here. Pretty decent 1 minute displacement towards that high, but in my opinion, I view it as high resistance, and I want to see us continue past that area in price, which we had already rejected. Also keeping in mind that we did have data lows down here from NFP pre-market, so didn't want to take a premature long while having a data low below me. If we wanted to sell off even further, I had this sell side marked out right here. Obviously, that would have needed to be like insanely clear and obvious displacement, and an obvious sell off to the downside to be able to take a short. But clearly, all week, all we have been doing is just pumping and continuing to expand to the upside. Unfortunately, we tapped into this daily gap during Asia session and then got this expansion back up overnight during London session and eventually took that high pre-market. So that's why I didn't take this initial long towards this all-time high right off market open. And then after that happens, we got what I wanted to see, which was continuation and displacement past the all-time high, but we never got a decent pullback from me. I was looking for some sort of deep retrace, either to a big 1 minute fair value gap, or a 5 minute or a 15 minute. We did open up some 5 minutes that never got tapped into here. Coming into the 1 minute chart, you can see we get good displacement higher, and then we kind of just chop. We get this tiny retrace, and then obviously like there is no like deep retrace and a clean flip to continue higher. The only potential trade that I saw was we eventually opened up this 15 minute and barely tapped into it right here. And I guess you could have taken, like, this is the only potential trade that I saw today. And like, you could have potentially taken this flip above internal highs. Kinda not really displacement in my eyes. This is something I was looking at potentially taking. But it was later into the market open. What time is this? 10:42. So the market's already been open for an hour and 15 minutes. We've already expanded, made the initial expansion move past all-time highs. And I just kind of viewed this as chop, in my opinion. Like, this wasn't very clean. It's a Friday. I'm already up and green on the week. Took a break even on Monday, break even on Tuesday, took a good win on Wednesday. And then yesterday, no trades. Like, today, I'm just not really trying to force anything. Towards the end of the week, we're already in price discovery at all-time highs. If it's not incredibly clean, then I'm not going to want to force anything and put risk on the table. Also, keeping in mind that I am scaling up the amount of capital that I'm risking on each trade, because I'm risking 1/3 of the balance. So it's like, okay, this next trade and like every single trade that I take needs to be like max conviction, A+, like no doubt about it. And if I had taken a long right here and then this had failed, I would have felt retarded, honestly, because I would have felt really dumb, because this is, in all honesty, chop, and the volatility has already died from the market open. you can see we were in this range for 45 minutes. Like, that's not really what I'm looking to trade. Like, yes, it would have played out. Yes, we're at all-time highs, and essentially you can just long at pretty much any point, and you're probably likely going to take a trade, but it's not something I was willing to put heavy risk on, so I didn't take a trade here, and that was the only potential trade that I saw this morning that I even considered taking. And now you can see, like, obviously we're just at all-time highs, continuing to slowly grind higher. This is just a bananas crazy market. This is just a crazy market that we're in right now. In my opinion, it's not really rational, but that's just my opinion. Up 27% from March, from basically the start of April. I don't know, dude. This is just absurd. But yeah, that's the market recap for today. No trades for me, and content with being green on the week and protecting capital the last couple days. So that's the market recap. Appreciate you watching, man. Let me know if you took a trade or not down below. Other than that, hopefully you were green this week. Hopefully you stayed disciplined and followed your rules, because then now it's the weekend and you can just have a peaceful rest of your Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, have a good reset and then be ready to come back on Monday, ready to get after it and do the same thing and be disciplined again and follow your rules. But it's good to have a reset during the weekend. So take some time off. That's what I would say. I don't want to look at a candlestick until Monday morning, and I would suggest you do the same, because it's just good to reset. So that being said, that's going to do it for this one, boys. Appreciate you watching. Have a good weekend, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.